So I guess I'm back. I don't know. I didn't post a video 2 weeks ago because a few days before that, after work, I was like reflecting on all the things that I was doing and all the things I was responsible for, and I felt this very large surge of overwhelm. Oh my gosh, I have the two jobs, but I'm also involved in my union at the full-time job. And not only am I the treasurer, I'm also in charge of social media, and I just suddenly felt, oh my gosh, that's so much. Things are getting better. I'm not. So let's start with things are getting better. At the full time job, my coworker left in October and we hired a new person and they just finished their third week and they're doing a great job. Like, I'm slow, like, we're letting him into systems sooner than we expected, but it also feels kind of like still kind of easing him in. But like, I can already tell he's going to be such a huge help. It's going to be amazing to have him on the team. I'm really excited. And once he's fully on board, like in a few more weeks, and we get him in all the systems, that's going to take so much pressure off of me. So already I'm feeling good about that. The part time job is the part time job. Just is, I show up, I do my job, I leave. It's not hard. It's just hours taken away from my week. For the union, I'm the treasurer, and we don't actually have a union yet. We're still negotiating our contract, so I really don't have to do anything until we start collecting dues, which isn't going to be for months from now. However, I have to open a bank account. I have to draft I don't have to draft a draft budget. I don't have to draft a draft budget. But I would like to, just for my own sanity. And with the social media, I have two people who have offered to help me out, and we met and we have a game plan moving forward, and I feel so much better about that. So everything's looking better. I'm not feeling as overwhelmed, but because at that time I was so overwhelmed, it was like, okay, what can I give? What can give? And the video could be gives. I could give up on the video for that week. So I ended up not publishing 2 weeks ago. So this footage that you're going to watch is actually a month old. This is stuff that I did during my winter break between Christmas and New Year's. I didn't really film a lot since then, but I'm going to start picking up on that now, here and there, just little things, slow progress. So this is what you're getting this week. Yay. I'm feeling better. Not 100%, but I'm feeling better. I'm feeling more supported. I'm feeling good about the things that were causing me overwhelm. That's the bottom line. So, yay. Today's the day. I can't believe I am painting these walls. I do want to point out, I off camera did a lot of stuff. As I said in my last video, I ended up doing 3 coats of primer on the paneling, and it's still discolored, but it's not nearly as discolored as it was. I also went, for the ceiling, I filled in some holes with actually some bathroom caulk because I didn't have regular caulk and the weather was crappy and it was Christmas. And so I did that. I filled in some caulk here. I could probably do a little better job, but oh well. And repainted the ceiling. So I feel really good about the ceiling now. It's not perfect. It's still something I can work on after the painting's done. Even after the renovation is done, I can still do little things here and there. But overall, it already looks so much better, even just being the white. But painting's going to be great. So I've got my audiobook ready to go. All I've got to do is pour the paint into the tray, and here we go. think the first coat is finally done. 1 hour and 20 minutes later. Oh my gosh. It's the longest video I've ever recorded. Yeah. Obviously I have to let it dry. It very much needs a second coat, especially on the paneling, but probably on the brick as well, even though I tried to get into all the nooks and crannies. I did very minimal, like getting stuff on the ceiling. That was minimal. I'm very impressed with myself. So the bathroom renovation is on hold because I got to figure out how to get the flooring to my house. It's like in the 20s as a high temperature. So in Celsius, that's below 0. And so in order, like if I were to take it in my car, I'd have to have like my trunk open and my seats down, and like, that's really cold. I called my brother, asked if his SUV could handle it, and it was 1 foot short. So that's not an option. So I have a few other people I could call who have pickup trucks. I'll probably do that tomorrow. It is New Year's Eve right now. It's just after 7 p.m. on New Year's Eve. So I'm going to let people celebrate the new year coming in, and then I'll start bugging them tomorrow. So in the meantime, once I was done with the bathroom anyways, I was going to continue working on my gym space. I did come up with the idea of switching things around because you'll see there's like a lot of wires and stuff that like are a trip hazard. So I thought I would swap things around so that the TV and the TV stand are against the wall, and the weight bench and what is this called? I'm losing my mind. That the treadmill are facing, will be turned around this way and facing this way. So hopefully, that limits, I still have the cord coming off of the treadmill, but I don't have this whole mess that I have here. Then I'm also going to continue taking down some of the wires that are running through. I have a big like junction of cable wires right there. So I'm just going to do what I can for however long I can tolerate it. I've got an audiobook ready to go. I also have to pick up all the painting supplies. I am done painting, unless I have to paint the trim, which I probably will. But for now, I'm done painting. I can put some of this stuff away too. So I don't know. I might not get to that today per se, but I think I'm going to work on this. I might have to vacuum a little bit, but the rearrangement of things might make things a little better. And then taking down more of the cables, because that's going to be an endless process, taking these cables down. I don't know if you watched that one video where I was just taking endless amounts of wires down from near the beam. There's more. There's more. So. Oh, that's not good. One thing at a time. So under the mats, there's definitely mildew. So I think I need to get carpeting, like actual carpeting. I'm going to get the carpeting squares. I think I need to get it in sooner than later. In the meantime, I still have leftover bleach water from spraying in the bathroom. So I'm going to spray it down right now. Well, that discovery is going to bring things to a jarring stop. I don't want to move the treadmill and that mat until I know for sure I can stop this mildew. I see why now I should have that. I should put the rug back down, but I need that mildew taken care of first. So even if I don't buy the carpet squares right now, because that's a little ahead of schedule on the budget, I can at least use the carpet because there's no mildew where the carpet was. So, or where the rug was. So, why does every project, like every project you do, something new pops up and a new problem and a new thought? You have to reevaluate and shift things. I don't know. Maybe I'll just stare at the beautiful paint in the bathroom right now. I think that's what I'll do. It's a lovely color. So I really thought I'd be able to retire these paint clothes, but not today. So after I found the mildew under the gym equipment stuff, I was like, oh man, how can I prevent that? Blah, blah, blah. And I realized that when I rolled up that area rug, there was no mildew under it. So I'm like, okay, so the rug, I can take that rug and put it where I want to put and have it like be a barrier between the mat and the concrete floor. Then I got thinking more about it and I'm like, a barrier. I have that paint that I used on the concrete wall in the bathroom that like helps block moisture. And I was like, oh, I could paint the floor with that as like an extra like measure of like safety. I'm like, okay, that's what I'll do. After I clean up the mildew, I will paint that area, put the rug, once it's dry, put the rug, put the mats, put the equipment, boom, done, right? So then a couple days later, I was like, I still haven't gotten the flooring for the bathroom. I have not contacted anyone I know who has a pickup truck because I don't know, I just haven't. But I got thinking about it and I was like, it's vinyl flooring. You know, I know that's more like rubber-ish, but it's kind of like the same consistency. Am I going to get mildew under the bathroom vinyl sheet? That's a problem because I'm not going to be like lifting up the flooring in the bathroom or moving it at all. So I don't want to get mildew under that. And then I realized, I can just use this paint on the floor. So I'm going to do that real quick tonight. But while I'm opening and prepping this paint, can I talk about how nervous I am about the flooring? Like, I was nervous about a lot of the steps of this renovation, but like, I am most nervous about the flooring. I'm not nervous about my choice. I think I made the right choice in terms of doing the vinyl sheet because, you know, because of the uneven floors, it's going to be the most flexible. It won't break, you know, over time. It's going to be one sheet, but I have to cut it. I have to cut it to the edges, you know, and I've got a little, you know, I've got the molding around the door. I've got the bottom of the sewer pipe and I've got the toilet to work around. And I want it to be perfect. It's not going to be perfect, but I want it to be passable. But I'm just really, really nervous about it. Plus, it's going to come. I'm going to cut it 5 feet, which this is 4.5 feet wide. So I have like 3 inches on either end. I feel okay about that. But it has to come in a 12-foot length, which is, you know, leads to the whole car problem. And they don't deliver this stuff. So it's not like I can like have them cut it and deliver it. No, you have to pick it up in store. It's not a delivery item. So I'm going to have to cut, it's 6 foot 2 inches across lengthwise. So I'm going to have to cut it probably 6 foot 8 just to give me a little playroom. And then I can lay it, but then like the toilet's in the way, so I can't really do this side. And, you know, the pipe's in the, so I'm really nervous about it. But anyway, so here I am. I'm going to paint with this moisture barrier paint and fret about the flooring a little bit. And that's what I'm going to do today. Hopefully it won't take long. I got the mini roller. Again, 6 6'2" by 4.5 feet, or six, yeah, is, I don't know, 25 square feet. I can do this quick. Here's the finished product. I went a little bit beyond because I don't know if I want to take the linoleum a few inches out into the doorway area. Makes sense to me. But man, let me tell you that painting this has really, like, didn't realize that divot was there. There's a big chunk of something right there. I did get the crack filled in because this is the thicker paint. I don't know if it will dry filled in like that, but feels nice right now to have it filled in. Yeah, a little bit around the toilet it's not all the way in. Same with the edges, but like the vast majority of it has now been painted. We have the barrier, and hopefully that's enough. So, all right. Yeah. And still, oh, this looks good. It's so good overall.